Have you ever wondered about the difference between self-knowledge and general knowledge? Today, we explore these two types of knowledge, looking at how thinkers like Socrates, Plato, and Pythagoras viewed the deeper truths within us, giving you deeper insights into what's most important to truly know about yourself. Socrates, known for the phrase, "Know thyself." Socrates believed that self-knowledge was the foundation of meaningful change and the truest path to wisdom. For Socrates, knowing oneself went far beyond gathering facts or acquiring general knowledge about the world. He saw self-knowledge as a profound understanding of our true nature, values, and purpose. Socrates taught that to access this knowledge, we must step away from the distractions around us and turn inward. He emphasized the importance of introspection or self-examination as a means of uncovering our beliefs, biases, and motivations. He believed that blindly following external influences, like social norms or popular opinions, could lead us off course. Instead, self-knowledge to Socrates was a disciplined, honest examination of our character and values, something that leads to personal growth, fulfillment, and authentic living. This process of questioning, which is known as the Socratic method, encourages us to dig beneath the surface, confront our own assumptions, and uncover the truths within us. To Socrates, self-knowledge was not just a helpful tool, it was essential for a meaningful, examined life. Plato, Socrates' student, Plato expanded on these ideas and emphasized the importance of self-knowledge by illustrating the journey from ignorance to enlightenment in his famous allegory of the cave. Plato's allegory begins by describing prisoners chained inside a dark cave where they lived their entire lives facing a blank wall. Behind them, there is a fire, and behind the fire and the prisoners, objects are held up so their shadows project on the wall. Since these prisoners have never seen anything else, they accept these shadows as their only reality. Plato uses this story to show that, like the prisoners, many of us are stuck in a limited view of the world, seeing only what is presented to us through our senses. To the prisoners, the shadows are reality. They're unaware that there is a larger, more complete truth outside the cave. According to Plato, self-knowledge involves breaking free from the sensory perception or chains, as Plato mentioned, moving beyond the illusions and superficial appearances to see the deeper truths that lie beyond. In the story, if one prisoner were to escape, he would see the objects casting the shadows, then eventually step out of the cave entirely, where he would experience the world in full daylight. This journey would reveal to him that the shadows on the wall were merely a fraction of reality. However, if he returned to the cave to share his newfound understanding, the others might resist or dismiss him, preferring the familiar comfort of the shadows. How many people do we know who prefer to stay with what they were taught and believe? This allegory serves as a powerful reminder that self-knowledge requires us to look beyond our immediate sensory experience and break free from society conditioning and superficial distractions. Plato called these deeper truths the forms, unchanging, timeless concepts that represent the ultimate reality beyond physical appearances. To Plato, self-knowledge is an awakening to these forms, and it's essential for seeing life beyond sensory illusions that can limit our understanding. His insights are particularly relevant today, as our modern lives are filled with constant stimulation that can prevent us from connecting with our deeper selves. Pythagoras, known for his revolutionary contributions to mathematics. Pythagoras saw numbers as the key to understanding both the world and ourselves. He famously said, "All is number," suggesting that by studying numbers and their relationships, we can gain self-knowledge and the better understanding of our place in the universe. To Pythagoras, mathematics wasn't just a tool for measuring and calculating. It was a way to connect with the universal laws and understand the structure of reality itself. This mathematical order, he believed, is both external and internal, existing as part of our inner structure. Pythagoras taught that by exploring these patterns, we gain insight not only into the physical universe, but also into ourselves. To him, self-knowledge included understanding the fundamental patterns and the laws that govern existence. Laws he viewed as fixed and unchanging, much like the laws of mathematics. This brings us to a fascinating question debated by many thinkers. Was mathematics invented or discovered? Think about it. I think it's clear that while humans created symbols like 1, 2, and 3, or the signs we use to multiply and divide, we did not create the laws themselves. The symbols we use merely represent underlying laws such as 1 + 1 = 2, which exists independently of us. Whether we observe these laws or not, they remain constant. These laws, operating with absolute consistency, are expressed through the symbols we use to describe them. Some argue that mathematics is subjective, constructed by human solely to make the world comprehensible. However, I align with the great philosophers who believed that mathematics is an internal order underpinning all existence. Mathematics is everywhere, embodied in the fabric of reality itself. Consider the distance between the Earth and the Sun. If the Earth were closer, it would be too hot to sustain life. If it were further, it would be too cold. To this precise distance is just one of countless examples of universal laws essential for life. And mathematics helps us understand how these laws operate. This mathematical structure is universal, concrete, and unbreakable, existing beyond subjective interpretation. Through reason, logic, and rationality, we see that mathematics is independent of perception and operates as a fundamental law of reality. Philosophers like Pythagoras, Plato, and Socrates saw this mathematical order intrinsic to the universe, pointing to a structured mathematical foundation in which we all participate. Why does self-knowledge even matter? While general knowledge is valuable for navigating the world, self-knowledge is what truly transforms us. Understanding our inner nature, values, and our place in the universe brings clarity and direction. Socrates, Plato, and Pythagoras showed us that self-knowledge connects us to something greater, a timeless truth that isn't limited by the changing information of the world. By looking within, we connect with an unchanging foundation, a universal order that is both mathematical and deeply personal. It's an invitation to discover what truly matters and align ourselves with these foundational truths. Exploring self-knowledge reveals our inner nature. If you're interested in going deeper, stay tuned as we'll explore these concepts further. In the meantime, let me know your thoughts on self-knowledge versus general knowledge in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. Join the discussions weekly as I'll be posting new content regularly. And let's explore the fundamental truths together. Stay true.